Hey guys, it's me Ram here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the MGC Evo 3x3x3 Magic Cube. Let's go ahead and open this up. Before we start, I'd like to give SpeedCube Shop a massive thank you as always for sending me this puzzle to test out. If you want to buy this cube or any other SpeedCube, be sure to get it at SpeedCube Shop and use the discount code RAM for 5% off your order, as well as a shout out at the end of my latest video. Alright then, we've got the wrapping off. Let's go ahead and open up this box. It's kind of beat up, but it's Indian custom, so what else do I expect? Alright then, here we go. Revolutionized speed cubing, and looks like we've got this cool MGC Evo card. I guess this is for only the limited edition black internals owners. I got number 371 by the way, and here's the cube. I think the black internals actually looks really nice, although the center caps, as you guys can see, do look a little bit weird. They don't exactly look flush with that edge piece, which is kind of weird because it does feel flush. But anyway, let's get right into the cube now. Okay, so every video I've seen on this puzzle complains about the frosted plastic, and honestly I didn't think it would be this bad, but yeah, honestly this is very frosted. It's not even able to reflect the light. Anyway, let's get into first turns. Okay, so out of the box, this cube has a really dry and scratchy feeling. The speed is not as fast as I would like. I mean, it's not like really slow or anything, but I feel like a couple of drops of Luna would do good to this cube. Let's take a look at corner cutting. Yeah, the corner cutting is honestly not super great right now. Like, it can barely do this much. Like, yeah, it takes so much effort. What about reverse? Reverse is fine actually. It's not terrible, but like, it's not super great. It kind of gets stuck here. Overall, I am getting quite a few catches because of the poor forward corner cutting, but I'm sure those will at least go away after messing around with the settings. Feeling the inside of this cube, it's actually bone dry at the moment, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and drop some Lunar in to see if I can improve this puzzle. Alright, there's about 6 drops of Luna. Let's do some turns. Ah yes, this is what I want the speed to be like. Wow, this is so much better. Yeah, just look at that. U4s, U3s with barely any effort. This is really fast now, and this is the kind of speed I was expecting out of the box. Yeah, honestly I wasn't expecting this to make such a huge difference. Like, if you guys are planning to get this cube, just throw in a fast loop like Lunar and it's gonna make a huge difference. This speed is incredible now. I feel like my turning is also flowing a bit better. Let's look at corner cutting. I mean, it's not much better. I guess it's a little bit better. How about reverse? Yeah, reverse. Wow, reverse is taking very little effort now. Oh my god, look at that. The reverse corner cutting improved a lot from the Lunar loop, but the forward has not really improved. But you know what? As long as my turns flow better, I'm totally fine with that. Honestly, the best part about the effect of the Lunar loop on this cube is that it's retained this nice and scratchy feeling. Most of my cubes, for example, have a really smooth and crunchy feeling, and this one honestly feels like a breath of fresh air. It feels really unique. Okay, you know what? I feel like this cube is even getting a bit too fast for me. Just look at this. U3s with absolutely no effort. This is incredible. I really like this. Alright then, whatever. Let's go ahead and give this cube a quick solve. I'm a bit worried it might be too fast, but whatever. Alright, 9.66 seconds, that's honestly a pretty good time. Anyway, along with the cube in the box, we also got this accessories box, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at it. Oops, I opened it from the bottom, but who cares? Actually, wait, that's the only way to open it. Anyway, first thing, we've got this blue MGC bag, GAN much. Next up, we've got the MGC Evo Revolutionized Speed Cubing card, or whatever you can call that. Then of course we've got 2 pamphlets, one about YJ and one on how to solve the 3x3. And finally we've got this tiny flathead screwdriver which can be used to adjust the magnets. Now, the one major design flaw I've heard about this cube from a lot of people is that it's really fragile. Some people have broken the cores of their cubes, some people have broken the corners, but whatever the case is, YJ really needs to work on the durability of this cube. So due to this reason, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be using this cube as my main. If I could get used to it, I think I could really enjoy the cube, but I kind of want to preserve mine because it is limited edition. So yeah, overall, I think I'm just going to use this as a casual cube for classes or whatever. I'm still going to go ahead and solve with it and give my conclusion exclusive opinion at the end of the video. However, due to this major design flaw, I don't think this cube can be my main. So yeah, overall I guess I'll continue to solve on this puzzle, maybe slow it down a little bit and continue to break it in.
Hey, it's me, Crimson. I'm personally a big fan of the MGC Evo, or sorry, the MGC Evo. It has a super loose and fast turning feel, which I really do enjoy, but I felt needed to be tamed a little bit by tightening the tensions, increasing the magnet strength to 3, and adding some SES nebula. The thing is though, those things do almost nothing. The Evo is unique in the fact that it doesn't have any screws or tension adjustments, only spring adjustments. This is fine in theory, and it's honestly something I've thought of before. It kinda makes sense since tensioning cubes with regular screws can be pretty finicky, and a complicated tensioning system can get real annoying real fast. Shout out MS Cube. The problem I have with the lack of tensions in the MGC Evo is that the permanent tension it comes with feels pretty loose to me. And while that's fine for me since I set my cubes up pretty loose anyway, this could definitely cause problems for people who like tighter tension. Even when I put the spring strength at max on the Evo, it still feels pretty flexible, similarly to a modern GaN cube. After not really being able to tighten the cube, I figured adding some heavier lube would help. I added 4 drops of Galaxy and 2 drops of Nebula, but it really hasn't done much, and I know that combo would make other cubes as slow as me. My guess, as someone who has no clue what they're talking about, is that this has something to do with the square texture on the pieces. I think that it takes what would be a big contact area and breaks it up into a bunch of small contact areas, which can sort of push lube out of the way, sort of like the treads on a car's tires, if that makes sense. But there's another bigger problem with the MGC Evo. It breaks so easily. If you drop the cube too hard on its corner, the stock will retract into the piece, and then the corner will just start to fall off. This has happened to like half the people I know who have the Evo. It's so stupid. The reason why this happens is because the corner stock is held in by these little clips, and they can super easily be bent backwards and unclip if pressure is applied to the corner. And then, since the corner stock is so thick, it bends the clips back so far that they start to break and they stay stuck bent back, and they don't clip back on where they're supposed to. Now, when this happened to me, I was able to fix it by just bending the clips back into place, but that really feels like a temporary solution, and it's a pain to get the cap off the corner, so I really don't want to have to be doing this all the time. I really hope YJ revises this cube and fixes this, but until then, that's definitely going to be something to think about before buying this cube. So yeah, that basically sums up my thoughts on the MGC Evo. If we ignore the quality issues, and hopefully we eventually can if YJ fixes them, I personally really like it, but it's not very customizable, so if it doesn't sound like it'll suit you, you might not be able to make it suit you. There are definitely safer options in this price range, like the Worm 2021 that'll be more likely to suit a wide variety of people, but I can still recommend this cube if you want to try something new, since its scratchy turning feel is super unique, and this is a really well performing cube still. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thanks for having me, Ron. Now back to you.